With the housing market continuing to rise in Central Texas, more families are spending big to custom build their dream homes. But what happens when you see those dreams shattered?
Desperate for answers, people in the Spanish Oaks subdivision off of Highway 71 in West Travis County turned to KXAN's Brittany Glass after they say their builder and their money disappeared.
Tristan's bedroom is going to be over here on top of the garage.
That was the home our children were going to live in.
This is Mommy and Daddy's bedroom right here.
That was the home we were going to watch them grow.
For Joel and Tracy Lakovich, it was a life's investment.
This started in September of 2014 when we met Bella Vita at their model.
We bought our lot and we waited 3 years to
we're
find
very
that right
meticulous.
builder who had the references, who had the website, who had the history.
You're on the porch.
They chose Bella Vita Custom Homes and signed a contract with the company in the spring of 2015.
They insisted that 10% be given up front of the total construction loan.
That was almost 2 years ago.
There was always an excuse and a reason to delay.
The idea was just to have this be a wide open area where we could always be as a family.
And what little progress crews made eventually came to a halt.
And nothing happening. Taking photos every day, nothing happening. Why is nothing
And all the
happening?
while they're just collecting money from everybody.
Finally, a year after construction began, the Lakoviches fired and sued Bella Vita for breach of contract. And they're not alone. We discovered more than 40 home buyers, investors, and subcontractors have filed lawsuits against the company and its executives, father and son, Mike and Andy Clem. The suits and a stack of demand letters come not only from Spanish Oaks, but also from people who say they're having similar troubles with other Bella Vita projects in the Austin and Dallas-Fort Worth areas.
How many people here today have lost money to Bella Vita Custom Homes?
It not only keeps costing money with attorneys, but our house isn't finished. So now we have to pre-qualify for another loan. We have to get another $330,000 to finish the house.
I think I worked an entire year to make up for the 2 years that they took from us. And I just want to see justice. They need to pay it all back.
Late last year, Bella Vita filed for bankruptcy. In all, records showed the company is in debt more than $9 million.
And they're just filing bankruptcy and walking away. And that's not okay.
Bella Vita has closed up shop in Austin. They didn't answer the door at their last listed addresses in town. Their lawyer took our calls, but only to say the Clems would not be talking. Eventually, they were forced to speak by law and answer questions before creditors in federal court just last month. Cameras were not allowed in, but we were there.
The project managers, the interior designers, the architects we employed, their expenses were too high and they spread across all the jobs, and so they started going negative.
CEO Andy Clem said the overhead costs were just too great.
On top of that, we had a severe period of price increases from our subs, so a lot of our jobs were way over budget.
Brittany Glass with KXAN News. A lot of people need to understand what happened to their money. Where did it go?
I'm sorry, Brittany, I thought we
Any
talked about
comment
this
whatsoever? But we'd like to know where the money is.
The Lakoviches pray they find the answer to that question.
This is the office.
But they know they'll likely never get their money back. For now, the family has moved into a temporary place as they pay to finish their dream home with a new builder and a warning.
They need to be exposed. These individuals need to be exposed.
So they don't do it to someone else.
In the past year, court documents show the Clems paid members of their own family more than $51,000. During that time together, the father and son paid themselves more than $148,000. Those numbers include what they claim were project expenses. Because there were so many people at that bankruptcy meeting saying the Clems owe them money, they ran out of time. So another meeting has been scheduled for March 3rd. The company is supposed to turn over accounting records, which may show where the rest of the money went. We promise we'll be there to follow up. Back to you.
All right, Brittany, thank you very much. So, was Bella Vita licensed? In Texas, you don't need a license to build a home. Only specialty contractors like plumbers, electricians, and drilling installation specialists are required to be licensed. In 2003, state lawmakers created the Residential Construction Commission to oversee the home building industry. But the agency was dissolved by the legislature in 2010. Critics say the agency did more to protect construction companies than consumers. Other states, however, require more oversight. They believe protects the home buyer and the builder. California, for example, requires licenses for any job that costs more than $500. Consumers in that state can look up license information online so they can decide whether they want to work with a particular construction company or subcontractor.
So how do you protect yourself if you want to buy or build a home in Texas? Real estate experts recommend know what you want and how much you want to pay for it beforehand. Be sure to make any changes in the planning process. It becomes more expensive to change things after building has begun. Check references and licenses in person and in online reviews. Sign a contract and get an attorney. And finally, visit your home site frequently and know the people working on your home. We have more tips and resources to help home buyers right now in this story in the investigative section of KXAN.com.